Hello everyone, I'm forecaster Jack Sillin here to talk about the upcoming active severe weather pattern across the central United States. This is a look at the water vapor satellite imagery midday here on Sunday the 29th. We see an upper level low here over parts of the Pacific Northwest. That is going to be moving to the south and east over the next several days, and severe thunderstorms will be developing out in front of that system as it moves southeast. So in this video, I'm going to just give an overview of the pattern, why the pattern is favorable for severe storms, and I will have specific videos on each day's severe weather threat: Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So stay tuned for those. Those will go into a little bit more specific detail of what to expect from the storms that form each day, where they are going to be located, and what threats to watch out for. And this is more just an overview to help explain why the pattern is favorable. So you can see we have this upper level low, and out in front of the upper level low, air is generally rising. So if it's moving to the south and east, you can see these areas of clouds, moisture, kind of rising air. That's going to create a large scale area of rising motion that's generally favorable for thunderstorm activity. So that's kind of the background, the base state, if you will. And then we're going to have a few other features that are going to kind of fill in some of the other ingredients. And to analyze those, I'm going to use some of our tools that we have available at weathermodels.com. So here I've loaded several sets of model data into our comparator tool, which lets you easily compare different models, runs, parameters, domains, all sorts of cool things. So I have a special video on how to use the comparator if you're interested in that. But here I'm going to just take a look at the pattern. So to start off, kind of in the upper levels, here is the 500 millibar vorticity and heights map. This is generally a plot of how much spin there is in the atmosphere, and where there's a lot of spin, you generally look for storms. So this is for Tuesday morning. You can see our general pattern is we have a trough of low pressure out here in the west. That's the upper level low that we saw over Oregon. And we have a ridge of high pressure here over the southeast. And in between is where we're going to be watching for some of that stormy activity. So if we look at, just a little bit less cluttered map, this is simply how far up in the atmosphere you have to go for the pressure to be 500 millibars. So areas of lower heights indicate troughs, cooler air, a little bit more stormy, unsettled activity, while ridges are generally warm and dry. So just to take a quick look at, this is Monday evening, you can see there's this little spindle of lower heights. That's called a shortwave trough that's extending down here through the plains. And shortwave troughs are associated with upward motion storm systems. So in addition to the large-scale upper-level low that's favoring kind of general upward motion in this area, we also have this little bit more localized area of lift with that shortwave trough, and that'll be helping to focus some of the severe thunderstorm activity. You can see that we have the same general setup as we head into Tuesday. That trough is moving to the south and east, upward motion out ahead of it. And then the same thing goes for Wednesday, as that kind of that upper level low continues its journey to the south and east. And again, we just have this pattern that's continuously favorable for general upward motion here in the plains. Upward motion isn't the only thing we need for storms, though. We also need some moisture. And taking a look at our lower level wind map, we can see that we won't have a problem with that. This is for the wind speed and direction at about 5,000 feet, 850 millibars, and you can see we have this big area of high pressure centered just off the southeast coast. Now, winds travel clockwise around high pressure in the northern hemisphere, so we have this fetch of air that's coming in from the tropical Atlantic. It's going over the Gulf of Mexico, and then it's turning to the north and pointing straight at the plains. So this fetch of this current of air, rather, is going to give us a constant stream of moisture coming in from the Gulf of Mexico, and that is going to help to fuel the thunderstorms. Just to take a quick look, this is a map of a parameter called CAPE, convective available potential energy is the technical term. It's basically, think of it as thunderstorm fuel. So the more CAPE you have, the more fuel is available for thunderstorms. And as you can see, that moisture feed coming in from the Gulf of Mexico is providing plenty of fuel for the thunderstorms. So we have fuel, we have upward motion, and we also have strong winds aloft. We can see that, we can infer that rather from the height plots. So the closer together these height lines are, the stronger the winds will be. So we know that we're going to have some strong winds in the mid to upper levels, and we have the fuel, and we have upward motion. So all those ingredients are kind of coming together in favorable ways for severe weather activity here in the next several days across the central U.S. Again, I'll have videos coming out in the next few hours with some more specific information on each day's threat. And I will also have updates on Twitter as we get closer to each day. You can follow me at Jack Sillin, and you can follow us at WEATHER.US. Thanks for watching.